Welcome back, folks. It is our final series of the day in this week 1 of the rival series of the RLCS Season 8, indeed. I'm the one with the not working camera. He's the one with the working camera. And actually, to be fair, we're not going to be with you for too long because through the magic of television, we're going to be bringing to you a pre-recorded series. That's right, our final day, our final series of the day features a team that is actually playing right now as we speak, but not in the rival series. It is the Discombobulators versus ARG. And ARG, I think both of us agree, Jam, absolutely one of the favourites to potentially gain even automatic promotion of sorts to the RLCS for next season. Of course, there's a new playoff system. I'm sure we'll go into deeper notes later on in the season to talk about the different connotations and whatnot, but ARG, you've got the offensive threat that is Mark by 8. You've got the established presence that is Clay-X. And then the Madmen actually went and signed up Monkey Moon for this season. Funnily enough, both ARG and Xenomoon lost 3-1 and 3-2 respectively to Baguette squad last season, so take from that what you will as to how strong the squad is. But for me personally, I would be shocked if they don't at least take top 3.
Yeah, the ARG is one of the strongest teams this season in my books. Yes, they lost GCR, but replacing him with Monkey Moon, a player that completely shut up in the ratings playing for Xenomoon together with Nolistic and Zenzis. This is as good as pickup as he could possibly have. GCR actually still with the team. He is more in a substitute role for them. But it is interesting because they've just broken up a full-on Spanish squad. So certain issues of communications might come up, but it's still a team that has been performing quite well. Their recent results, there haven't been that many of them, but they've been playing around here and there, obviously participating in the local leagues as well. And right now, as you mentioned, they couldn't have been here to play this game proper live because right now they are in Madrid, perhaps scouting out the location and playing in the finals against Espanyol for the ESL Masters España Season 6 finals. Barcelona and Crazy Crew with the other teams participating in there, but they're already knocked out. So ARG, right this very moment, I do believe even, will be coming up to stage and playing their final game. So best of luck to them, and best of luck to them in this matchup as well, because starting your season well against a team of Relating Wave, Vert, and Nachitao, yet another Spanish player. And that, of course, makes the Discombobulator side. I'd say it could make for some great Rocket League. And next week, ARG, specifically Monkey Moon, will be playing against his old teammate Noli, as ARG will be coming up against Flumperzant with Gus Militho, and of course, Noli the Menace.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Spain, if there was to be a mythic Rocket League World Cup, Spain would certainly be a flush with options. That much is for sure. I like Relating Wave as well. I know that the common mistake is to say Relenting Wave, but that doesn't make too much sense. I like the team composition overall. I think that they've got something to they've got something about them. Is it enough against ARG though? That's the question, and to answer said question, we're going to hand it over to the two commentators who covered the series earlier in the week. Digital Bacon, Face, it's over to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to Rival Esports with our coverage of the RLRS. We're on the B stream, and of course we're bringing you what is officially the first game of this season. It is Discombobulators versus ARG. Discombobulators in the blue, ARG in the orange. I'm Digital Bacon. Joining me in the casting booth is Face, and well, dude, we're getting straight into it because these players aren't waiting around for us.
That's the first match, and we're getting straight on the way. And we, of course, have one of the teams that stayed in RLRS, ARG and Discombobulators, who were confidently qualified without that much of trouble.
Yeah, saw them going up against the Big Brain Gamers in the upper bracket. 3-1 was their result. They're looking to continue that. It's a week later, but they're still on fire.
What a pass here by Virtuoso. And then Relating Wave is just ready. He just dunks it off his own car and gets it in there. That's so hard to get that pass towards the middle. You have to have precise timing on that one.
You really do. So 12 seconds and the gauntlet is already thrown down. Relay and Wave doing tricky work to get that away. Natchdown not able to efficiently follow up. Pressure being applied, shot on target. Virtuoso on the line, keeps that ball out. Of course, the aggression will continue. Klex on that midfield line will push his way forward, looking to set us up for Monkey Moon. The new man on this roster. I haven't been able to see much of his work on this team. We know from the Xenomoon last season, he is one to be scared of.
He certainly is, and he's also a quick player, so that will only help the Spanish Bim Bam. It's not a full Spanish team anymore, because Monkey Moon, of course, is French, but he sure has the speed to back it up.
Oh, he does indeed. Good 50-50. Marpe trying to scrape that off to the center as Monkey Moon can't get that away. And that is a great hit towards the middle. It's looking a little bit scrappy now. That first goal just coming on in thick and fast, but the second seems like we're going to be waiting a bit of time for this one, Face.
Yeah, because also both teams have that Bim Bam style. They want to go fast and they want to go hard. There was like a stream of like Violent Panda like 2 weeks ago where he played twos against Virtuoso and Relating Wave, and he was just getting really irritated, let's say it like that, about how fast Virtuoso and Relating Waves played.
Yeah, it reminds me back to the old, just calling it ball chasing days. Hey, if it works, it works. Allow it as Marpe puts off to the side. That's a good start by Relay and Wave. He's looking Virtuoso off the net, but no. Relay and Wave got bumped out by Marpe, so he's not able to complete that rotation on in. But we'll get back in time for the defense to try and store it on out. This is good work by Monkey Moon, but closed on out by Virtuoso.
They're still looking for that equalizer on the side by ARG. They have setting up some attacks, had some pressure, but we've lacked some convincing shots, and that's because every side of the field is being covered by Discombobulators. And not because they're standing in line and wait, no, they're continuously driving, trying to get to the ball to make a contest. But if you're too late, this will happen.
Yeah, Virtuoso just a little slow to this one. Good 50-50 by Marpe. We'll find Monkey Moon, the new man, gets the first goal. And that is how you welcome yourself back into the RLRS on a new side.
And it's so risky from Discombobulators to play like this, but it's their playstyle. But if you're slow, if you miss, or whatever happens, you're gonna be in big trouble. Here again, one miss and a goal.
Oh, how the tables have turned. That quick kickoff goal. Relay and Wave not being able to get high enough. Klex to center, and Monkey Moon going to easily be able to pop that away. We're only at the halfway mark. 2-1 is not over by any shot from Discombobulators. So now I expect here Face will be charging back.
I expect them also to not change anything. They're going to contest every single ball, try to get a dunk or be there just to put on pressure, because that's their style and they're not going to change it. It has been always working for them, so they're not going to do it. And sometimes, yes, this can happen, 2 quick goals because of 2 mistakes. But if you play clean, if you don't make mistakes, it's going to be so hard for your opponents.
Natchdown will find Klex though, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem as Virtuoso wants to get control of this. Kind by Marpe, the pop out, and Natchdown will be the one onto it. Virtuoso off to the side, Klex up in the air. He's got 29 boost, not enough to keep on it. But the hand from Monkey Moon will help, and that demo play sets this up for Marp by 8. This was just textbook Spanish Rocket League.
It's also so smart because they are used to quick play styles. They are used to going fast because that's been done in Spain for so long. And the way that Discombobulators play, they also know how to play fast, but normally they play against the more slow teams where they are expected to like outpace them. But once the other team also has pace, they might get some issues.
And looking at the moment, the issues 2 goals down. Let's make that 3 as the up and over works. Oh, you feel a bit bad for Discombobulators with this one. You can see Virtuoso so close, but not close enough.
I still like the way that Discombobulators play, like the pace that they have going, the way that they want to do it. But these mistakes are going to cost them probably game 1. And maybe it's a little bit of like, hey, we need to warm up to this like fast play style and look a little bit better before we hit the ball. Or it is just like something that they can't keep up with it? We'll have to find out later into the series, but I expect them to step it up.
Yeah, we've got to remember, this is only game one. It is their first shot in the RLRS, so nerves for the Discombobulator have got to be at an all-time high at the moment, as all this aggression, all this attack is almost suffocating. They're going up against one of the hardest teams in the league, and you can see it.
There were 2 defenders there lying in wait, but they couldn't get a good touch on it. They know how to attack on the side of Discombobulators. You've seen that they put on some pressure, keep the ball in the opponent's end for a little bit, but on defense they just try to get a good clear and get the ball out of there very quickly. But if you don't look out where you put it, they're gonna return it immediately.
Natchal trying to contest against that. We'll get the 50-50, but Monkey Moon so quick to get up into that. Reading it as the 50-50 was underway. Good cut out by Marpe there as well, but Natchal will pick it up. Looking to get this downfield, and for now, Discombobulators, this game one is done. It's all going to be about pressuring your opponents and finding their weaknesses, learning for the next game. They'll take a few risks. That's how they're attacking so much more. Right now, Relating Wave can't get onto that, and that goes in deep. Monkey Moon sitting on his opponent's boost downfield. It is very unorthodox as that ball bounces towards center. Monkey Moon is bad, being able to get the clear away, but with that, the ball hits the ground and ARG take the first game. Face right now, looking to Discombobulators, what do they need to do to strike back in game 2?
I think they just have to speed it up. We all know that these guys are fast. They just have to keep going. It was game 1, it was a little bit rough. It can happen. So we're back, it's game number 2, and ARG took the first game in quite convincing fashion because of the mistakes that Discombobulators made. They wanted to play fast, they wanted to play hard, but a few mistakes cost them a lot of goals.
Yeah, for me, it's these long hits upfield coming out from ARG, just being able to pop up and over the defense. Twice we saw it face. They've got to be able to get up in the air a little bit quicker, and we know the Spanish side will be continuously trying to hurt them on it. That's a good progression downfield. Relating Wave near enough lines up for Monkey Moon. Good reactions from his teammates to be able to get to that and disarm the problem, but they do have to be careful with their passing, because again, this Spanish side just continuously being a nuisance.
That block there from Clayx. Oh wait, this might be a good opportunity here. Relating Wave goes for the shot, and it's an own goal!
Okay, this is a little bit unlucky, but forcing the issue was brilliant. Relating Wave getting in there. Ball bouncing back after the pitch onto Marpe, and then into net. 4:19 left in the game, and once again, Discombobulators is getting an early goal.
Yeah, but it's just one goal. It probably won't shake ARG that much. They tried to get it back really quickly, but failed to attempt to. They're gonna have confidence. They're gonna be fine. They know that they can score a lot of goals in the remaining 4 minutes.
Can indeed. That pop-up not helpful really, as Clayx will be back. He's going to look to send this into a dribble, pick up the boost. And this is clean. Relating Wave trying to be a bit of an issue. It's Monkey Moon. Clears it out, and Natchal was set on up. He did have to reverse, so it did look awkward, but all is fine. They want to hold down this midfield, the Discombobulators. It's Clayx can't reach that. That's above net. Mark Behate, though, not pressured in the slightest, and that is easy to get away. Again, though, hits it downfield straight on into the Discombobulators. Here right now, build-ups are just not convincing from either side.
No, the build-ups aren't that great, but it's still a better situation for the Discombobulators than for ARG, because they have been in attack for the majority of this game, and that's where they're comfortable. They don't want to sit back and defend, they want to move up, and they want to be aggressive.
That hit downfield by Natchal. We have to block it off, but no. Just above target. Relating Wave. Virtuoso is going to have to get this out. Does get bumped, but is able to follow through on the dribble. He wants to be a little bit dodgy with this. He wants to be unreadable, and we've heard that a lot about Virtuoso, to the fact that he's actually quite hard to play with here. Face where his own teammates don't really know what he's doing, but it seems to work from Discombobulators, and definitely he likes to send the ball upfield and then just stall for time, allowing his teammates to get ready.
And next to that, he's a little bit unpredictable. He's also the second Irish guy to ever play at this level. We've had Mike Rules back in the day, but Virtuoso is the second one to make it from such a small community.
You got to think, that was back in Season 1. It has been a long time since the Irish representation in Rocket League. But Virtuoso leading the new charge of talent. Monkey Moon keeping the old tried and tested French region alive with talent, though. We continuously have a slew of French players coming into Rocket League from that region. Mark Bay keeping this ball under his control. Wants going for the 50-50, forcing it towards center. Clex following up, but Virtuoso gets the touch away. Monkey Moon will keep the charge going, but Relaying Wave straight out to Nachtal. That's an overcommitment, and it is punished.
There is the Spanish Bim Bam. It's a good shot there from Monkey Moon, but if he maybe took his time a little bit more and saw that Mark was just waiting, he could have passed it instead of like trying to get it towards the goal. And they get punished immediately, and this time Discombobulators were on defense and they made the good decisions. They waited a little bit longer and they got the powerful clear.
Relaying Wave though not comfortable with that, but actually gets the dodge on in, sending it out wide. This will be tricky for the lads of ARG to pick up, as they're going to have to keep this ball high in the air. Relaying Wave doing similar, knocking this downfield. Mark Bay does find Clerks, and this is a good chance to get downfield. Monkey Moon into the 50-50, does have the boost to follow up, puts it towards center, but Clerks not wanting to risk it, goes for the boost steal, but this now is hurtling towards net. And once again, an open goal for Discombobulators to score upon.
Last game they were too slow and made some mistakes in defense. This time they get counter goals because they are quick in defense. They are ready, they're at the position they have to be and they can follow up on each other's defensive clears. This is what makes them shine more brighter this game, because they can pick up on each other and they can move up the tempo a little bit too high for ARG.
Also as well, the 50-50 is looking a lot better in this game, Discombobulators. Plus they're trying to put pressure on the midfield, not on their own back half. They know they can't do that against ARG. Smart Bay wants to start getting something moving. 45 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet, but it is looking like this will turn into an equalizer of a series. Right now, ARG are just looking for openings, looking for new strats to pull off. So that's down towards center. That will be Clerks above net. Not going to be able to get a second touch, but putting the pressure on effectively and stealing the boost. As Virtuoso clears this downfield, Monkey Moon will send that out wide. He'll want to chase onto this, but Clerks? I have no idea why he went for that hit. That was just entirely weird and results in this very dreadful goal, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a little bit of maybe like even panic on the side of ARG. They just don't know what's going on right now. We see that their defense, everybody is back, everybody is ready, and they just mess it up. We looked at the defense on the side of Discombobulators. They double commit twice, but there is no punishment. But the Discombobulators, they punish immediately.
Do indeed, and this is a complete and utter role reversal of a game 2, as Discombobulators will be taking it 4-0 type the series. We're 1-1 going on into game 3. This is looking like it is going to be one heck of a series as we push on forward. ARG really now got to turn it up.
And we're back. That was already game number 2. We're now in game number 3. In game number 2, the mistakes of Discombobulators, it's a hard name, were gone. They were fast, they were quick, and they beat a lot of ARG members to the ball. This is what made them score more goals and eventually make it with I think it was a 4-1 scoreline.
Okay, this is interesting as well, coming into game 3, where you can see they're getting a bit aggressive now, Discombobulators. They're not going to just completely repeat what they did to win in game 2. They're looking to step on up, not allow their opponents to gain any sort of knowledge over them and make them feel like they can come up with a counter strike as Cleax pushes that downfield. Relaying Wave on the charge, and that almost worked as a pass him. That though won't work as a clearance as Monkey Moon sets up downfield. Marbe called into question, Nachtal towards center, and that is a beautiful follow through from Relaying Wave as he gets the 3rd opening goal for Discombobulators. I'm loving this repetition.
And Virtuoso, he was off screen for like most of that goal, but he demoed one goalie and he bumped the other one away. And that is pressure. If you don't get that shot there, you're utterly screwed. But because they put on that pressure, made sure the defenders couldn't touch it, they could make that shot and take that goal.
Nachitao. Clearance downfield. He wanted to connect with Virtuoso, but there was a man in the way. Virtuoso jumping out, but Mark Bay will get there first. Gets a nice little pickup, but can't actually get the layoff. Ajax, good pace to the ball. That is above net. The follow through coming, but that defense from Nachitao was golden. Up and over one man. Clerks looking for the solo shot. Will be blocked out by Relay and Wave, but Monkey Moon. They're putting good pressure into this corner right now, the lads of ARG. But they just can't get further. They just can't get to net. They got to find that answer because on the opposite side of the pitch, they don't have that problem. It's Virtuoso with the second goal in Game 3.
In the start of this series, we've seen that ARG's defense was superior and that they didn't make mistakes. Now, it's the whole other story. In the previous game, it already happened too, but it's even more noticeable right now. It looks like ARG aren't confident in defense anymore, and Discombobulators, they just do what they want, and it's working.
Big clearance, but Relay and Wave able to pick it on up. ARG need more of these threatening pop shots, but Virtuoso able to master that ball and get it away. A good clearance downfield as well. Mark Bates slowing it down. Allows teammates to pick up boost, but he's got to pick up some himself. Virtuoso up on the wall. He wants to chase it onto this, but no, the whiff. He was expecting Clerks to go out onto it. Nachitao with the 50-50. Wave. Oh, it's a little bit of a slugfest starting to form here. I'm liking the brew. Could definitely result in a scrappy goal, which you just don't expect.
And there it might be, but no, Virtuoso doesn't put it on that. But we see that Discombobulators, they challenge almost anything that they can get their hands on. Does there need to be a cut in the offensive rotation to make that challenge happen? We'll go for it. They're consistently putting pressure on ARG, making sure that they don't get the hit that they want, but have to do something that's maybe suboptimal.
Man, Wave beating the defender to the ball. Virtuoso up in the air well early. Clerks will send that back, but again, Relay Wave not feeling any pressure, so he's able to get that away easily. Marpe will put it high above net, but Relay Wave is easily up on that backboard. He's just waiting for it, and now you're starting to see this final line pressure. I think it's not strong enough coming out from ARG. They're putting good balls from the midfield, but that's not enough to beat Discombobulators.
Even though you see them, double commit sometimes. Monkey Moon tried to make a solo play, but the post is the savior this time because it doesn't go in.
Unlucky for Monkey Moon there. Close to gold, but he'll just have to pick up the coppers. So that's off to the wall. And Clerks wanting to get some going. He's been given the time. Ball above net, but Monkey Moon's not ready. Marpe has to come on in as Monkey Moon holds up the midfield. The center line as Nachitao able to easily get that away, and Clerks following up. He does get a dodge in. There needs to be a man on this ball. It's just high above net as Nachitao gets off to the side. 1 minute remaining. Comes up on our screens and the players as well. Tension has got to be high over in the ARG camp, as of course now they're looking at moving on to match point, and it's not in their favor.
No, it certainly isn't. They do create offensive pressure, but finding the net is a whole other story. Every time you think they're close, you think they're gonna make an incredible shot and it needs to be saved, a defender is ready, and he's always just in time. He uses his momentum so he doesn't have to go for boost, and their placement on the field is superior, that they beat them every time.
Yeah, and that defender normally is Virtuoso. There he is once again, speak of the devil, and he will appear. You've got to be careful in front of that net. Virtuoso is just swinging wide across there all the time. Relay and Wave, they're in out to center. That ball kept on high. Monkey Moon might get a goal there, and it will be a glimmer of hope in Game 3 now for ARG. As they're 1 goal away and have to get a kickoff goal.
They have to. They can try, but I think it's going to be really hard because it will only be defense on the side of Discombobulators. It's 2 seconds. Just kill the kickoff and be done with it.
Ball's in the air and in favor for Discombobulators, and Nachtal just puts that to ground. Clever move. And it will be Discombobulators after what was a pretty dreadful first game, in all fairness. Losing it, going into 2 and 3, taking it really by storm. As we move into game 4, Discombobulators look good to seal it here.
In the previous game, Discombobulators took it, and now they're on match point, 2-1 up. They were superior in defense and offense. ARG couldn't find sticking pressure, only a few shots, but there was a light at the end of the tunnel. They found a demo, and if they're gonna play a little bit more physical, I fear that Discombobulators will have a hard time.
Yeah, we always see that. A team that can bring out the demos effectively. We're not just saying demo for the sake of it. Like that from Monkey Moon there. Didn't really result in anything. He didn't get the right man on it. Generally, the only work if it's right in front of net. Clearance from Monkey Moon is good, but Relay and Wave will be able to hold that on the midfield line. Klex, well lined up. He's got no boost right now. He's going to find it difficult as he tries to put pressure on. He went to steal boost from his opponents, and now that leaves 2 men back in the defense. Big clearance, but Virtuoso is there. He finds Relay and Wave in a brilliant breakthrough into the attack. Demo as well should be able to weaken any counter that's put on, but as I say that, oh, so close.
They were so close to the first goal, but still, there were 2 defenders lying in wait, and they both could have saved it. And again, they were just in time. That's been the defense of Discombobulators, and it has been working.
Nachtal was massive there. A brick wall in defense. When you thought that should have been a goal. Oh, the play as well. End to end. Goal to goal. Nachtal, when they made him, they broke the mold. Brilliant 1-2. The fake from Virtuoso as well. Awesome.
They brought their own Spanish Bim Bam against the Spanish Bim Bam. Nachtal with that dribble and just a little bit of a swivel to the side to fake out the defender. Gets the touch over it. And again, they took the lead, but it's only short-lived.
Okay. I'm liking this. Brilliant little play here by Mark Babe with a jump out to get the bump, remove the man, and the ball can just float on down to net. 3-3-3 up on the time board. 1-1. This game is very much alive.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's beautiful too. We've also seen that Discombobulators also get the lead almost every game pretty early on. And this time, they got answers pretty quickly. But is ARG gonna keep up their pressure? Are they gonna follow up on the answer and score another one? Or is it Discombobulators who's tried to get aggressive again?
For me right now, ARG needs to get their follow-ups in the center a little bit cleaner. They're generally at the moment playing with 2 players on both sides of the midfield line. They need to just have one man down the center, which is an easy one. And talk about easy ones, how about this goal face?
Oh, that's a beautiful passing play. Just the immediate return to relating Wave after out-dribbling the other one. It's also a soft pass and really directly to the left. That's so hard to challenge. You know you have to challenge because if you don't, they're just gonna put it high on the backboard and you're stuck in net and probably can't save that. So in my opinion, a good decision by the defender of ARG, only really hard to execute properly.
Yeah, it's essentially forcing your hand there. As Klex gets the clearance out, Virtuoso waits for it to come to him, and he will follow the ball, but good stuff from Monkey Moon to put the pressure on. No boost on Nachtal, so he won't be able to threaten that. Monkey Moon will find the corner. Now, ARG taking this back. They want to regain control of it and then build up once again. The 50-50 not good in ARG's favor, but it will be able to be picked up. Klex with boost to spare. Wanted to force that one through. Monkey Moon off the corner, gets the second touch, but Mark Bay not able to do anything with it. Pops the ball up in the air. He does have the boost to chase up, but Klex is up early. He wants to get off the rebound, but that hit off to the side, and the follow-up from Relay and Wave will damage that attack.
Yeah, it's done, but still, even though the attack was over, ARG was still in control. They're finding a good foothold right here, putting pressure on all of the balls of Discombobulators, retaining ball possession 9 out of 10 times, and just generally being ready to go for the ball. This is what they need to keep up on the speed of Discombobulators.
Starting to see a couple of double commits though come out from the side of ARG. That's a worrying sign for me, Face.
It could be.
Go on.
Because we've seen also a lot of the double commits from Discombobulators in the games that they won. And it worked out for them because they need that speed to go and to be ready for that ball. And if it's a double commit, well, as long as we got the good clear and we can keep our speed after we've went for the ball, even though it's a double commit, they've been fine.
Nachtal will find Relay and Wave. He wants to go for the second touch, but cut out by Klex. Well defended as he gets the clearance on as well. Marpe will try and follow this down to the corner. Wanted to get the pop out, won't be. Monkey Moo to center. Klex couldn't get high enough, so it will be kept above the net. Virtuoso to corner. Klex with a brilliant little pickup. Will bounce this around, but Relate in Wave sends it off to the side. Boost is going to be running out for both sides. Right now, you can see Nachtal having the charge downfield. He wants to get that boost himself and try and not get hard stuck in defense as Relay and Wave pops this downfield. Klex will beat him to it as that's to center. Nachtal clearance away, putting pressure on Monkey Moon, who has Relay and Wave on him once again. Nachtal coming on in. He's not going to be able to fall on this with no boost, but his opponents don't know that. It's the mere threat, the mere presence as Klex gets the demo on Relay and Wave towards net. The ball will hurtle, but no one going to be able to put that away. 2-1 currently. They've got to quickly find a goal in no time. As soon as this ball hits the ground, it is done and dusted. Klex keeping it up. This is going to be so hard, and a brilliant touch there in the end. Discombobulators take the series 3-1.
Jam, what did I just witness?
A complete discombobulation, our leak, is what just happened in front of our eyes. ARG, despite us hyping that team so much at the start, and despite them completely crushing their opposition game number 1, Monkey Moon coming up with the hat trick, and seemingly ARG just not caring about another team being on the field, it was a huge turnaround in the same fashion game number 2 now for Discombobulators, and then just continue going on. It was as if their players were shut down. That initial passing prowess that Klex and Markbait were showing completely removed by the effort of Discombobulators, and as a result, they just kept on piling on. Klex, for me personally, was being skinned that many more oftentimes than unusual, and as a result, he just faded away into nothingness.
I called him an established presence earlier. Well, he definitely went AFK in that particular series, and it was strange as well because we saw that offensive prowess from Monkey Moon and from Mark by Hate in that first game rather, and then they were just completely and utterly nullified. Discombobulators, do not underrate them. That was a spectacular performance, and I think they will be as happy with that W on the board now as disappointed as ARG will be with that L, because I mean, looking at Baguette Squad in context, I mean, they can do squats for fun, I guess, at this point, because they lead the table and they've seen arguably one of their biggest rivals for a top 2 spot fall by the wayside against a team that has been widely tipped for midfield to potentially relegation scrap. That's a huge start for the French squad, and I think that for ARG, I mean, you've got to pick yourself up. You've got to just dust yourself off, say, okay, that was week 1 jitters, but they need to be back on it immediately in week number 2.
There's still a lot of games to be played. We have 6 weeks filled with so many matches that we can't show them all. The mainstream can't show them all. But as a result, there are just so many chances that can be either won or lost. ARG lost one of them, but one loss doesn't change much. Last season, they still managed to stay in the league with that 4-3 result. Baguette Squad themselves only lost by a 2-game difference coming out of that season. Method then stayed in the league, while a Baguette Squad with the same series win ratio was knocked out. Same goes for Vikings, who just dropped down even lower than Baguette Squad by games. Right now, dream start for Baguettes. For ARG, I think it's just a little bump in the road because the quality that they have in their squad should be enough to bring them through further on. But as I mentioned during the broadcast, almost no easy games here. You look
No.
at every single team, it's just crazy. Someone will have to take those bottom 4 spots. And while I thought perhaps Discombobulators might be that team, right now, immediately beating the Goliath, that's a strong start for them.
I guess I could draw parallels with my real love or my real life love for football as well. My team, top of the table, just lost to the team that was bottom of the table. It is a very similar situation. Anybody can be anybody on their day. It just takes one slip up or one moment of magic. And talking of magic, well, the magic of the RLCS proper is back in just a couple of hours. So be sure to get yourself some snacks, get yourself some dinner, or wherever you are in the world, some drinks. Walk up, stretch your legs, and then be sure to be back at the Rocket League Esports Twitch channel for the beginning of the RLCS Season 8. It's going to be a brilliant watch. I'm going to be watching along with all of you. Jam, I'm sure you will be as well. But that's it from all of us. So do you have a player of the week here in the Rival Series B stream?
It's, I think we've talked about it previously, and for me, it has to be. Actually, I'm just quickly sweeping through the teams that we're playing today. Yukis has to be that player for me. Really, his performance for Brigade Squad, knowing that he's a new player and he has to really fill in the big shoes that were left for him by Unknown. And I'd say he's doing that with style, with precision, and he was one of the reasons, well, Brigade Squad were able to get that 2 in the first week.
Could not agree more. It's very much the opposite to myself and Digital Bacon. We tend to disagree a lot. You and I, we agree, and that's why you're my favourite, Jam. Anyway, guys, you all take care, yeah? A big thank you to Tractor Manager and to all of the moderators behind the scenes here at Rival Esports. Be sure to drop a follow on the channel. If you haven't already, you can get involved with chat. Next time, if you're feeling extra cheeky, then drop that subscription as well. That's it from us. He's been Jar of Jam. I've been Ira League. And from all of us here, it is a very warm goodbye.